team. It is currently Friday the 8th of October and I'm going to start a new reading vlog. I don't know how long this is going to go for, we'll see. I doubt it's going to be a weekend one. It could be a really long one, it could be into next week, I don't know. I'm really struggling with slumping at the moment. I'm reading, but I'm not reading any fantasy, which sucks because, you know, it's October and I really want to read fantasy. So sorry, I've got Becca's Patreon sprints on, catching up, and just want to pause the timer. So I thought I just sat down to start. I didn't just sit down, I sat down about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago to start a new book because I really fancied some true crime and I was going to listen to my true crime podcast that I listen to, which is called Case File. If you're interested in finding out, you can listen to that on Spotify. It's really, really good. And I was going to listen to that for a little bit, but then I thought, well, I might as well read a book, and the only book that I have that is a true crime book is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. So I've decided to start listening to this. So far it's going really well, it's very, very interesting. I'm on page 85. And it's really interesting. It's a great look into the Golden State Killer, but also into Michelle McNamara's life a little bit as well, and where her obsession came from, which is really interesting. Michelle did pass away in 2016, I think it was. So she didn't get to solve this crime, which she was really hoping to. She didn't get to solve it. The Golden State Killer is still at large as far as I'm aware. However, this is an extended version, I think, because of Michelle's untimely passing. Updated with material which takes in the extraordinary events that followed its initial publication. Michelle McNamara's first and last book is a contemporary classic, humane, haunting and heroic. We've had an introduction by Gillian Flynn, and I think we're going to have an outro by Patton, her husband, which should be interesting as well. So, the audiobook has an outro by Patton anyway. Oh, Afterword by Patton Oswalt, which is Michelle's husband. So yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. Very, very interesting. But yeah, so far finding it quite fascinating. But this is kind of like the only way I can get my spooky on, because I'm struggling with fantasy right now. I'm in a huge fantasy slump. So this is the only way I can get my spooky in. So I thought I would pick this one up. I'm really enjoying it so far, having a good time with that one, as much as you can have a good time with a true crime book about a serial killer and serial rapist. What I'm telling you is that I don't know how long this vlog is going to be. It's going to be as long as it's going to be. I'm currently working on 2 other vlogs as well at the moment, so this makes loads of sense to have a 3rd vlog going on. I think my issue is that I'm all over the place, so when I end up in a fantasy slump and it's thrown my TBR out the window entirely, I'm just picking up books that I want to read in that moment, and I don't want to miss documenting that for you. So I have 3 vlogs running at the same time at the moment, one of which will be my Argosy vlog, which will already be up before this one, because I am currently reading Way of the Argosy at the moment, so I've got that on in the background as well. And the other one is a vlog that will be going up in November at some point, November 9th, and it's for the release of a new book. But yeah, that's another vlog that I'm working on in the background. I haven't picked that book up in a couple of days because I haven't been very well. I had a horrific migraine yesterday. So I'm just kind of letting you know that at the moment I'm reading I'll Be Gone in the Dark. If I pick something else up, I'll let you know. I don't know how long this vlog's going to go for. I don't know what I'm reading. I am intrigued by these 3 books, but whether or not I pick them up, I don't know. I'm just picking books up as I go. See how I feel in the moment. I'm a mess, is what I'm telling you. So I'm gonna go and carry on reading this for the next 30 minutes while Becca's got another sprint on. And yeah, I will let you know when I've got an update for you, whether it be about this book or another one. I will keep you posted. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce this vlog and let you know how much of a hot mess I am right now.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, hello. Come to give you a reading update. It's been a few days, so I thought I would come and give you a bit of an update on what I've been reading. I have carried on a little bit with I'll Be Gone in the Dark. I haven't got too much further in. I was going to carry on with it tonight. I'm doing sprints with Jade right now, but it's gone dark. I'm not too comfortable with reading this in the dark. So I am still hoping to finish this week, but we will see what happens. But I'm on page 197 and I'm really enjoying this so far. It is terrifying on the basis that it is true crime and this has actually happened, and the fact that, you know, he's never been caught and the rest of it. It's terrifying. It's terrifying how long this went on for before, you know, I don't know, it's just frightening, very, very frightening. So, but I'm enjoying it. It's interesting, really, really interesting, and Michelle's research has been fascinating. So having a good time with this one. And then I have also picked up The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I am clearly all over the place right now because I'm going from true crime about a serial killer and rapist to a, you know, adult rom-com. But I am currently 114 pages into this one and I'm really, really enjoying it. This is following Olive Smith, who is a third-year PhD candidate, and she doesn't believe in long-lasting romantic relationships. However, her best friend, I want to say Anna, I think that's how you pronounce it, Anna, wants to date Olive's ex-boyfriend Jeremy. Now Olive doesn't have a problem with this. She just wants Anna to be happy and they're better suited, etc. Like, Olive's got no, you know, feelings for Jeremy or anything. She obviously doesn't believe in relationships, long-lasting relationships, so she just wants Anna to be happy. However, Anna's got this whole, you know, not quite chicks before dicks thing where she doesn't date her best friend's ex-boyfriend. So in order to make Anna think that she's moved on and she's happy with the whole thing, she ends up kissing this guy at uni and pretending that she's been on a date with this guy, etc. Only it turns out that this is a professor at her uni, and it is Professor Adam Carlson. Is that what he's called? Yeah. And he's a well-known ass at school. Anyway, it turns out that he's quite happy to go along with the fake dating because he has his own agenda going on with this. And they go along with the fake dating, and I'm going to assume there'll be a big problem and then it'll turn into a relationship. It's always the same with these things, but I never get bored with them. I love them. I love fake dating. It's one of my favourite tropes. So that's where we're at the moment. So far so good, having a really good time with it, enjoying the writing style, enjoying the story itself, loving the characters, having a good time with it. So yeah, this is where I'm at. So I'm currently reading both of these. Whether or not I finish both of them this week, we will see. I am at work all week, and then on the weekend I am out on Friday night for a birthday, going out for a meal and then drinks. Saturday will probably be spent recovering from that, so Sunday will probably be a reading day. We'll see. I think there's an F1 on Sunday, or maybe there isn't, which will be interesting because then I can read all day. Where are we? Oh, there is not. Nice. So yeah, that's where I'm at, but we'll see what happens and I will keep you posted, let you know how I'm getting on, and it'll let you know how far I get with these. It's Monday. Okay, hello. It is Monday the 11th of October and I've just got home from work. It's 5:10. I'm going to put some food in a minute. But I have several parcels here plus a Tales by Mail to open, and then I'm going to give you an update on reading and an update on my TBR as well, because it's probably about time I do that. I've been kind of picking books up as I go, which is fine. But a couple of the books I have changed out, and I've done a couple more polls for my patrons as well, because my patrons get to pick a book off my for my TBR every month. So this month it was a poll pick and they picked The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page, but obviously I am not reading fantasy at the moment, so I've given them some more options for that, and then my Squad 312 patrons get to pick a book on my TBR every month as well, so separate to the poll pick. So I've given them a couple of options as well. So this first parcel, I'll talk through with you in a minute about that. So this first parcel is from Novel Menagerie, which is Leanne's shop. So I will leave a link to both Leanne's YouTube channel and also her shop down below. If you want to go and check her out, please do so. It's always nice to support small businesses where you can, and I love buying stuff from Leanne's shop. So I got some fizzers, which I always love munching away on those, and just a business card from Leanne's shop, and also a little thank you card that on the back it says love you baby, I love you too. And then inside we has she's added some extra stuff again. She does this to me often. We have like these little pumpkin confettis, which are adorable. I love them. So she's chucked in a little bookmark that says, these books gave Matilda a hopeful and comforting message, you are not alone, which I'm assuming is a quote from Matilda by Roald Dahl, maybe, I don't know. But this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I bought some fabric bookmarks from her, and I'm really excited about these. I've never had a fabric bookmark before, so I'm really excited. These are new to Leanne's shop. So the first one is Bats, and looks like this, and it has a tassel, and on the back it's just plain with the novel Menagerie, her shop name. So this is really, really nice. Such good quality as well. Really, really nice. And then the other one that I got is a plant one, because why wouldn't I? And this one looks like so. Very pretty, with a white tassel instead. So some gorgeous bookmarks there from Leanne's shop. Like I said, I will leave a link to Leanne's shop in the description box down below if you want to go and check her out. I would recommend doing so. She does all sorts, pin flags, bookmarks, pins, mugs, all sorts. Very limited edition though, so keep your eyes peeled on her shop at all times, because she's always got new stuff coming in. Then we have my Tales by Mail box. Tales by Mail is a middle grade subscription service. It is bi-monthly, so it comes every 2 months, and I'm really excited. Every month you get at least 2 books, sometimes 3, and just some little bits to go with. So I am very excited about this. There is a little, it's a Christmas card. It's kind of creepy but also cute at the same time. And inside it says season's greetings. So it's a nice little Christmas card with an advert for Wish You Was. Is it called Wish You Was by Alexandra Page, which is a middle grade book, obviously. Then we have Very Nice Villains, which is the theme for this month, well, this box, and there it tells you exactly what's inside the box, and then you do have review pages for each of the books with a letter on the back from the author, and then just a cute little activity quiz thing for the read along. You get these in every single thing, and I'm assuming that at some point you get a binder or something, because they're already hole punched, or you are to get your own binder, I'm not sure. There is a very cute little iron-on patch there, which is adorable, and a cute little pin. Get a pin every month, which also is adorable. My apologies for the change in light, the traffic's going by, it's rush hour. A very cute little notebook that matches the theme as well. Adorable, it's plain inside. And then we do have 2 bookmarks. No, we don't. We have 2 books. We also have 2 bookmarks that match the books. So we have the book Rules for Vampires by Alex Folks and illustrated by Sarah Oglevy, with a matching bookmark. And it's, like I say, illustrated as well. Cute little illustrations in here. I think we have some full page ones as well as you go further on in the book. There we go, so nice, I love that, cute. And then we also have His Royal Hopeless by Chloe Perrin. He's meant to be nasty, but he can only be nice. Brilliant. With a matching bookmark. It isn't heavily illustrated, but there are cute little illustrations for each chapter. So I love that, cute. Very nice for the October theme. Both books have come with signed book plates as well, so nice little box there from Tales by Mail. And then I got myself some books. So we have a couple of parcels here. I'm assuming these are all from me, so let's find out. This is going to be a long ass update. Oh, it came early. It came quicker than I thought. So this I wasn't expecting to get this till Wednesday, but it is the Believeathon Escape from the Jungle compendium. I have bought the compendiums every year for Believeathon, apart from the fact there wasn't one for the first Believeathon. So now I'm glad that I have the collection. So that will help me choose my TBR for November. If you don't know what Believeathon is, I'll leave a link to Gav's announcement video down below. But it is a middle grade readathon hosted by Gavin, and this is going to be the last one for ever. This is the last one, which I'm sad about. So some of the books that I've got myself, I got The Halloween Moon by Joseph Fink. I saw this on an Instagram post and I was like, let's have a look at what that is about, and I did, and I was like, I want to get it, let's go. I think it's middle grade. And on the back it says, a shadow in the window against the orange bright of the moon. The shadow was a trick-or-treater in the white sheet of an old-fashioned ghost costume. The trick-or-treater tilted its head and then buzzed at them. Run, said Augustine, but Esther was already running. It sounds like middle grade spooky, I think. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to that one. And then in this very large parcel, nice, that was satisfying, we have a large collection of books, because I got a little bit giddy, and this wasn't the only thing I got giddy on. I got giddy today on Blackwell's as well. So I have The Ghoul Next Door by Cullen Bunn and Kat Barris, which I saw in the same Instagram post as this one. And this is a graphic novel that looks like so. It is middle grade. When you feel like someone or something is watching you, 11-year-old Gray lives in the legend-haunted New England town of Anders Landing, and he can't help but feel like a pair of eyes are watching his every move. He even starts to discover odd gruesome gifts left for him, like bits and pieces from the graveyard, items like art carved from bones or jewellery made from hopefully not human remains. Soon Gray is caught up in something bigger than he could ever have imagined. He finds himself drawn into a strange mystery involving a race of reclusive subterranean creatures, ghouls, eaters of the dead. Turns out his secret admirer is a ghoul named Lavinia. Gray and Lavinia prove that friendship can go beyond the grave. The only problem is their friendship breaks traditions, and the punishment is fate worse than death. It sounds so good, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then I got The Girls Are Never Gone by Sarah Glenn Marsh. This cover is like stunning but creepy as frig as well. So I think this is YA. Oh, based on the real life haunted house in the author's family, this beautiful ghost story was impossible to put down. I felt like I had opened a doorway into an eerie, layered story that might not let me leave, and I loved it. One of Sarah Glenn Marsh's most captivating novels yet. Shea Earnshaw. Nice. It sounds really good. It sounds very spooky. I don't know what age range this is. I'm going to guess at YA, but it sounds like it could be, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it sounds queer as well though. So, possibility. And then I also got, speaking of queer, I also got These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. I have read this one and absolutely loved it. So then I also got This Coven Won't Break. I read this ages ago and I've been meaning to get a copy and I just haven't for whatever reason. So now I have both of them, which I'm really excited about. This is following Hannah, who's a witch, but not the kind you're thinking of. She's the real deal, an elemental with the power to control fire, earth, water and air. I entirely forgot this was elemental magic. But even though she lives in Salem, Massachusetts, her magic is a secret she has to keep to herself. If she's caught using it in front of a read non-witch, she could lose it for good. So, a reg, as in a regular non-witch, she could lose it for good. So Hannah spends most of her time avoiding her ex-girlfriend, a fellow elemental witch Veronica, hanging out with her best friend and working in the fly-by-night cauldron, selling candles and crystals to tourists, goths and local Wiccans. But dealing with her ex is the least of Hannah's concerns when evidence of dark magic begins to appear all over Salem. Hannah's sure it's the work of deadly blood witch, but her coven is less than convinced, so Hannah is forced to team up with the last person she wants to see, Veronica. And while the pair attempt to smoke out the blood witch, Hannah meets Morgan, a cute new ballerina in town, trying to date amid a supernatural crisis is easier said than done though, especially when the attack on Salem's witches becomes deadlier by day. Now with everything she loves on the line, Hannah must confront this mysterious villain, murderous villain before her coven, and any chance she has with the new girl is destroyed. I really enjoyed this one, so I would like to reread this before I pick this one up, which is the second in the series. I think it's a duology. But yeah, I'm really excited to finally have both of these. Also very pleased about this situation here. So yeah, that is my haul from Amazon with the Believeathon compendium. So yeah, that was way longer in update than I thought it was going to be, and I've not even told you about the actual update. So here's what's going on with my TBR. So on the poll that I just mentioned that my patrons, I had a poll pick come up on my TBR and the Ravens won. I then took it to a poll and the options were, I gave them two options, but I didn't give them the title of the books, I just gave them an emoji. So I put the test tube emoji for The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I put the 3 stars emoji for The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. And obviously you know this because I gave you an update last night, but The Love Hypothesis won. And I am now currently 189 pages into this. I'm really enjoying it. It's very good. I love the characters in here, both Olive and also Adam, and I'm just really enjoying where this story's going. I heard that Adam Driver is meant to be like the character, he was the person that was thought to be like Adam in this book. I can't remember where I've heard that now, but it might have been Jess from Peace Love Books said that. So, and I can kind of see it. I'm not gonna lie, I can kind of see it. So I'm really enjoying this so far, having a great time. I'm flying through it. And then the other poll that I did was for my Squad 312, which is my top tier patrons, and basically they get to pick a book for me every month, and they picked Flashfire for me this month by TJ Klune. If I get the chance to get to these books, I will do, but otherwise I wanted to give them the option to pick something else for me. So again, I gave them emojis. So the options that they had this time was a ghost for Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, Alderton, every time, Alderton. I gave them this emoji for That Second Chance by Megan Quinn, and I gave them an open book emoji for Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley. And looking at it, the final results now, we have got 55% for Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. So I will be picking this one up. So take those away. I do want to pick this up, but obviously it's paranormal, supernatural, etc. It's got witches in it, but I do want to pick this one up, so I might get to it anyway. And then on top of that, I also had, I'm starting to lose my voice because I've been talking so fucking long, because I never stop talking. So I've been obviously trying to rearrange the books on my TBR to fit the prompts that came up on Bookopoly. So I had a 5-star prediction come up, and for that I was supposed to be reading A Vow So Bold and Deadly, and I'm going to swap it out for The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. So I just wanted to let you guys know that as well also, so that you're up to date, you know what books I'm now reading. So yeah, my poll pick has now been swapped from The Ravens to The Love Hypothesis. 5-star prediction has been swapped from A Vow So Bold and Deadly to The Hating Game. And so far I swapped romance. I had Flashfire for that, so I've put Verity in instead because I've already read that. And horror or thriller was Saw Kill Girls, and I've swapped that out for Lock Every Door by Riley Sager because I've read that. So yeah, I don't know, we're getting there. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so my intention now is to put some food in the oven because I'm starving. I'll watch a bit of BookTube with that, but then I really want to read some more of I'll Be Gone in the Dark and then jump back into The Love Hypothesis this evening. If I could finish one of those, that would be awesome, but I doubt that's going to happen because it's getting darker earlier, and with it getting darker earlier, I can only read this until it goes dark because it's scary. It's scary. So yeah, I'm actually, you know what, getting these books has made me really excited to want to pick them up, despite the fact that they're all fantasy. So maybe I might reach for some fantasy. Maybe I just need middle grade fantasy. I think this is a thing that I'm going to end up doing, is that in November I really want to focus on a lot of middle grade, but I always want to also focus on some Christmas books, adult like romances, and also some NetGalley arcs as well that I have. But I think my way to get back into fantasy will be to go through the middle gradeness. Well, these aren't middle grade, but go through the middle gradeness maybe, and maybe that's what I need to do. So we'll see what happens. But this has been a really long update, so I'm gonna go and I will check back in with you when I've got something to update you on.
The next day.
Okay, hello, it's Tuesday evening and I am just doing a quick update. It's 25 to 6 and I'm going on sprints at 6 o'clock with Ashley. I think Becca and Jade are joining us as well, Patreon sprints. So I wanted to do a quick update because I finished 2 books since I last spoke to you. And those 2 books are The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood and also Are We Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. So the first one was The Love Hypothesis that I finished last night when I got home from work. I just wanted to finish it off. Gav was hosting some Patreon sprints and then his sprints ended. So I went on G's for like the last sprint, that ended. So I just finished this off and then went up to bed. But I really enjoyed this. I ended up giving it 5 stars. It was so good. I loved the relationship that happened between both Olive and Adam. My mind went entirely blank then. Olive and Adam. I really enjoyed how it all came together. I think that the topics that were dealt with within this, obviously we are following a woman in STEM, which isn't something that you see a lot of, and I think the way that she was treated by some of the men in her field is probably a very accurate depiction of how a lot of women are treated who work in STEM. So I think I get the feeling, I don't know Ali's background fully, but from her author's note I get the feeling that she's worked in STEM and therefore she knows how women can be treated in this field. So yeah, there is a dealing of harassment in this, so just be wary of that. It's not horrendous. Well, I mean, harassment of any scale is horrendous, but there is a section in here dealing with harassment, so just be wary of that going in. But I just loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I think even the whole, you know, there's always a bit at the end of the book where the couple end up falling out for some bullshit reason, like usually a lack of communication or whatever. It was a lack of communication in this one, but I think the way it was done was very clever. I didn't roll my eyes at it. I didn't get exasperated with it. I just thought it was really well done. Really enjoyed it. Loved Ali's writing style. Would love to read more from her in the future. So yeah, really enjoyed this one and I gave it 5 stars. And then I also read, I finished this off while I was at work this afternoon because both my dad and brother were out on site. My mum had gone to the guide dog centre. She volunteers twice a week at the guide dog centre, so I was alone at work. So I decided to finish this off. I only had like an hour and a half left, so I finished listening to I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Obviously Michelle passed away before she could finish this off, so the rest of it was finished off by Gillian Flynn, I think. And then there is an afterword by Patton as well, Michelle's husband, which was, you know, quite touching as well. This was very interesting. I still cannot believe that this person is on the loose. So that's a little bit terrifying, but yeah, really interesting, and I really enjoyed this. Very informative, very well done, the way that she's ended up bringing the research all together and it's all been compiled into this book. I just think it was very brilliant. So I gave this 4 stars. Never really know how to rate non-fiction, but I gave it 4 stars overall. I thought it was really well done. So yeah, that's 2 more books that that's 2 books that I've finished this week now. It's only Tuesday, but obviously I started this vlog earlier on than Monday. I started like some point last week, I have no idea when. But I now don't know what to pick up next. So I did start The Ex-Hex last night by Erin Sterling. I only read I just read the prologue. So I'm only up to like page 10. So I didn't read a lot, but it's a good start to the book and I did like what I read. I just don't know if I'm fully ready to be immersed back into fantasy yet, so I'm struggling with that a little bit, which is big sad. But I don't know whether to try and save this for like November when I've got myself back into fantasy a little bit more with the middle grade, which I'm hoping will work. We'll see. So I have brought down I I've got a selection of books here that I could pick up. I have brought down A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness because I am partway through this book. I got partway through, I think it was last year, and ended up putting it down. 250 pages in. But this is Jodie's Patreon buddy read for this month, so I would like to pick this back up. I don't need to restart it, I remember everything that happened, but I would like to pick this back up at some point. So I would like to get to that, but again, fantasy, so I don't know, we'll see. But I do have 3 books here that are options for me to pick up. This is kind of like a colour palette in itself. So I've got Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, which is my Now Squad 312 pick. So I have the audiobook for this one. I have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, which I've swapped out of House of Bold and Deadly for this one for 5-star read. And then I've got The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson, because I don't know if I fancy a thriller as opposed to like contemporary romance. So I think what I'm going to do is actually read the first chapter of all of these and then decide what I want to pick up, see what gets my attention the most, because I'm just unsure on what mood I'm in. I'm in a very strange mood, that's what mood I'm in. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try a chapter of each of them before I decide what I'm going to pick up, see what gets my attention the most, and then I will let you know what I'm reading. But yeah, I'm going to go because I need to get set up ready for sprints, and I will check back in with you later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, hello. It has been a very, very, very hot minute since I updated you in this reading vlog. We are now on Thursday, the 21st of October. I think this is going to be it is going to be the last day of the reading vlog. Not that I know it's going to be the last day of the reading vlog. And I haven't read anything in a week. Not a single thing. I finished I'll Be Gone in the Dark a week ago. Today, I think it was. No, I didn't, because I wasn't even in work on Thursday last week. Maybe it was the Wednesday last week. I haven't picked anything up since that day. I did get... Let's give you a reading update first, and then I have some stuff to show you. So I did get 100 pages into both The Hand on the Wall and The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. So I got 100 pages into both of these the same day that I finished I'll Be Gone in the Dark. And I haven't updated you. So this is the 3rd in the Truly Devious series, and we're back following see, I've not picked this up in such a hot minute. We're back following Stevie. She's back at Ellingham Academy, and we're continuing on with this series. Other than that, I can't tell you much more because it will spoil what happened in the first 2 books. But basically Stevie ends up getting to go to Ellingham Academy, which is a bit like a prestigious school, and she is investigating. She thinks herself as like a Sherlock Holmes, if you like, and she's investigating a missing person from many, many moons ago, from Ellingham Academy, and it turns out that it ties in with something that's going on and not quite right in current day as well. So she investigates this whole thing, and stuff goes down, and we're continuing to follow her with this. So I am 103 pages into this. I'm on chapter 8, and enjoying it, being back with these characters. And then I'm also reading The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, which again, I am on page 102 of this one. I have my Lorelei Gilmore in there, because this has been compared to the likes of Gilmore Girls meets, I think it's Practical Magic. But yeah, so far really enjoying this, following Vivi Jones, who basically she dated this guy for like 3 months about 9 years ago. It was a really bad breakup, and with her best friend or cousin, I can't remember what she is, they kind of did like a jokey hex on this guy. Turns out that that hex may not have been as much as a joke as she thinks, and 9 years later Reese comes back to town because he has to align the ley lines and pump them full of magic again, and he is one of the founding families. Essentially he's from the founding family of this town, and it turns out the hex was not a joke, and this man is severely hexed, and it's causing a lot of problems with the magic within the town and for everybody else. So Vivi needs to team up with Reese and try and sort this shit out. So far really enjoying it. Love Vivi as a character, love her cousin, whose name I can't remember because it's been a hot minute since I read this, but yeah, so far really enjoying it, loving Reese as a character. So yeah, So far enjoying it, loving the magic in here. I thought that I was going to struggle with this because I am in a little bit of I'm in a huge fantasy slump. So but yeah, so far enjoying it. So that's where my reading is up to. I've also got with me a Discovery of Witches as well. I may pick this up today, I may not, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood, so we'll see what happens. I just want to see how far I can get through these two before I wrap this vlog up this evening, so we'll see what happens. But my haul, these have all come today, so I thought I would go through them with you and then unbox the Owlcrate Junior box, and then the final clip of this vlog will probably just be me wrapping this all up. So let's get into what came today. So I got the Adventure Zone The Crystal Kingdom, which is book 4 in the Adventure Zone series. This is a graphic novel series which is a D&D campaign, and it's so well done. I don't play D&D, I've never played D&D, I don't know the rules, I don't know the game at all, but I really enjoy this series. I've really loved all of them so far, so I'm really excited to have this one. Thank you to Tracy who sent me this. Her gift note says, "Your wish is my command. Congrats on 3 years of booktube," from Tracy. This was the highest book on my wish list, you know, when you can put the options of high or highest, or you know, it's just in your wish list. It was highest. I love this series and I've been wanting to finish it off for a while now. I don't know if this is the last in it, but this is this year's release for it, so I'm really excited. Thank you so much, Tracy, for gifting me this one. By the way, yesterday was my 3-year booktube anniversary. I did nothing special for it because I entirely forgot until the day, so I had nothing prepared. Being back at work full time has kind of thrown me massively off kilter, and I didn't realise just how much extra time I had on my hands for YouTube until I went back to work full time. So I'm struggling a little bit, but we're getting there. It's going to be okay, it's going to be fine. So the other books that I have, I've bought myself. So the first one is one that I got off of eBay. I got this, well, it's meant to be secondhand, but it's in really good nick, so I don't know if it is secondhand. But this is for Camp Weekend Ween next weekend, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. And this is Secrets of Camp Whatever by Chris Grine. I think this is middle grade, and basically it's a bunch of, yeah, 11-year-old Willow doesn't want to go to her dad's weird old summer camp anymore. She wants her any more than she wants her family to move to the weird old town where the camp is located, but family and fate itself seems to have plans of their own. So yeah, it looks really good. It is a graphic novel, so I am looking forward to reading this one next weekend for Camp Weekend Ween. So yeah, I got this one, and then from Blackwell's we got these 4. So 3 of these are graphic novels. One of them is a Christmas book, so I got The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. It's not very long at all. I think it's less than 300 pages, 261 pages. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and it is festive and Christmassy. On the back it says he's switching up her holiday plans. So I'm looking forward to picking this one up during the festive season. This cover is just so adorable. So yeah, glad I got this one. Then I got Snapdragon by Kat Leigh. I think that's how you pronounce that. You can find friends in the strangest places. I've had my eye on this so long now, and it was finally out on Blackwell's. It's not out on Amazon yet, which is really weird, but it's finally out on Blackwell, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Snaps Town has a witch, so I'm excited about that one. Then I also got Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raven by Cami Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. This one, I have been reading the series for a while now. I do have Beast Boy and I also have the Raven separately books, and now they come together, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Again, graphic novel. I'm hyped about this one actually because the Raven had like a green tinge to it, whereas the Raven had a purple tinge to it, whereas Beast Boy had a green one. So I think this one's gonna have like a mix of the two, which will be really nice. So yeah. And then I got The Midwinter Witch by Molly Knox Ostertag, which is the 3rd book in the Witch Boy series. So I am looking forward to continuing on with this series as well, because I've really enjoyed this series. This is another middle grade series. This is following a young boy who wants to be a witch. However, all the men in his family become shapeshifters and all the women become witches, but he wants to be a witch. He hasn't come into his shapeshifting, and it kind of goes from there, and it's really good. I really love this series so far, so I'm looking forward to continuing on with that one. So that's a nice little haul. Lots of graphic novels, which I'm not complaining about in the slightest. I am loving that I'm building up my graphic novel collection. In fact, out of all of these, that's the only one that's an actual novel. The rest are all graphic novels, so I am down for that. But yeah, then we have the Owlcrate Junior box. If you would like to get a discount code with Owlcrate Junior, I will leave a link to them in the description box down below, but you can use my code Steph15 to get a discount on your box. Owlcrate Junior is a middle grade subscription service, and I really enjoy working with them, so thank you to them for gifting me this box. And this month's theme is Science is Magic. So this is the spoiler card. Inside we have an interview with the author and some little creativity corner sections as well. So there is that. The first thing we have is a pin, which is a compass enamel pin inspired by His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, aka the Northern Lights if you're in the UK, which is really pretty. Then we have Take Chances, Make Mistakes, Get Messy. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a lanyard for your glasses or mask or, you know, ID or something. Oh, I get it. Okay, nice. It's just a different type of lanyard than I've seen before. Usually lanyards don't have poppers on them, but obviously it's for a kid, so duh. Very cute indeed. Then we have Mix Your Own Sunshine Slime Ooze Labs. Make slime that changes colour in the sunlight. Nice. Cool. It's in like a test tube like this. I'm assuming the instructions will be on the inside. That sounds really cool. We have an umbrella, which the spoiler card tells us is Wrinkle in Time inspired. I'm not going to open it up, you know, because bad luck, but it's yellow on the inside. Very cute indeed. Always down for an umbrella. You can never have too many umbrellas, you know, especially not when you live in the UK, that's for sure. Then we have this. What do you get when technology and nature combine a magical friendship? Protect your hardcover with this wild robot inspired fabric book cover designed by Schaefer Brown. Ooh, cute. I'm unsure how this works. It looks like this. So I'm unsure how that works, but no doubt I'll be able to figure it out. Before we get to the book, next month's theme is dragons. Cute. Readers beware, here be dragons. Next month's theme is packed to the gills, or should we say scales, with dragon inspired goodies. November's book is the first in a magical fantasy trilogy perfect for fans of Philip Pullman, Cornelia Funk and Diana Wynne Jones. You're going to love it. PS, if you're already subscribed, your account should renew automatically. Yay! And then we have the book, which is Amara and Hamza, The War to Save the Worlds by Samira Ahmed. Nice. Love this cover. So as always, we got a sticker to go with the theme for the month, and we got a Dear Owlcrate Junior reader letter as well, which on the back has what looks like a map, possibly. Very nice indeed. And then we have the book, and the cover looks like this, which is absolutely beautiful. Underneath the dust jacket. And it's signed by the author also. Very nice indeed. Ooh, pretty. So this says, we're stuck here, don't you get that? Umi and Pappy are unconscious a bajillion miles away. On the day of a rare super blue blood moon eclipse, 12-year-old Amari and her little brother Hamza can't stop their bickering while attending an exhibit on a medieval Islamic astronomy. When a bored Hamza wanders off, stumbling across the mesmerising and forbidden box of the moon, Amara can only watch in horror as the defunct box springs to life, setting off a series of events that could shatter the world, literally. Suddenly, day turns to night. Everyone around Amira and Hamza fall under a sleep spell, and a chunk of the moon breaks off, hurtling towards them at lightning speed as they come face to face with two other worldly creatures, Jinn. The Jinn reveal that the siblings have a role to play in an ancient prophecy. Together, they must journey to the mystical lands of Qaf, battle a great evil and end a civil war to prevent the moon, the stopper between realms, from breaking apart and unleashing terrifying Jinn, devs and ghouls on Earth. Or they might have to say goodbye to their parents and life as they know it forever. From best-selling author Samira Ahmed comes a thrilling fantasy adventure entwining Islamic legend and history. Very nice. I'm just obsessed with this cover. So yeah, that was the Owlcrate Junior box for the month of October. I hope you have enjoyed that unboxing. But yeah, that's my update for you. I'm gonna go get some reading done for a change, and I will check back in with you when I've got an update for you.
Many unbearable hours later.
Okay, hey. I've come to give you an update. It's later on in the evening. It's 8:30. I haven't read a great deal, to be perfectly honest. This is probably going to be my wrap up now, but I thought I'd come up to my room because I want to pick a film and I want to watch a movie. So very quickly, the X-Hex I carried on with. I didn't carry on with anything else, so I'm at the same point I was several hours ago when I gave you an update. But this one I did carry on with a little bit further. I got to 160 pages. I was on page 103 or something. 102. So I've managed like 58 pages or some shit. Still really enjoying this. We did have a relatively steamy, didn't quite happen but almost there scene, and it was very good. So I'm looking forward to continuing on with this. I don't have too much further to go, so I have like 140 pages to go or something. So we'll carry on with that this weekend. I'm doing a self-care Patreons pick what I do with my weekend-esque type vlog this weekend, and I will be finishing this off. They've picked a book for me to read. I'm going to try and finish off Hand on the Wall as well, so we'll see what happens with that. But I've wanted to come up and pick a film. I thought I would go through the process with you, and that can be the end of this reading vlog. I may do a like a thingy clip, B-roll is the word I'm looking for, clip towards the end, I don't know, but this is going to be the last, essentially the last-ish clip. But I have a selection of movies here. I've got some that I've already watched this fall and some that I want to watch that I haven't yet watched. Have I seen all of these movies? Yeah, well, obviously these, because I've just told you I've watched them all. I've seen all of these movies at some point. These are all rewatches, but the ones that I've watched, when I say recently, I literally mean within like the last month or so. But I just love watching these around this time of year because I love like fall and watching movies during certain seasons and stuff like that. So one of them is Underworld. I love the Underworld movies if you're into your vampires. Very dark, really good. Vampires and werewolves. It's a great movie. Kate Beckinsale's awesome, and I have watched the whole, I don't know how, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've watched all of them recently, very recently, back to back. I do this a lot. Blade, old school, love Blade. Vampires, again. I've only watched the first one recently, so I do have the second and third one on my shelves, but I may watch them again soon. But this is an 18, so do be wary of that. The Underworld movies are a mix between 15 and 18, so again, be cautious of those. The Sixth Sense, I haven't seen this recently actually. I should probably put this on my other pile, but Ghosts, etc. Bruce Willis, awesome film, old school. I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart, this is great. It's from the producers of Underworld as well, so I really enjoyed this one. Just checking the DVDs in there. I hate it when my DVDs go missing. The Last Witch Hunter, which has got Vin Diesel in it. I really love this one. This has got one of those 3D case things as well. I really enjoy this one. I think it's great. It's also got in it, what is his name? Michael Caine, and Elijah Wood is in here too. So yeah, I love that one. When Harry Met Sally, I watched this the other night. There's no DVD in here because it's still in the machine, but I watched this the other night. This is perfect for autumn. To be honest, it's perfect for any time of the year, but I love it in autumn. great movie, and I love Meg Ryan. She's just friggin' awesome. The Lake House with Sandra Bullock and also Keanu Reeves. Just fucking love this film, but I love watching it this time of year, whether it be autumn or winter. Just a really good movie. And then Van Helsing with, again, Kate Beckinsale, but also Hugh Jackman. Great movie. I love this film. And then the movies that I really want to watch soon, because I'm just really in the mood for, we've got Beetlejuice, which I haven't seen in so long. I love this film, it's so funny. But yeah, Beetlejuice with Michael Keaton. We've got Halloween. This is one of the newer versions, but obviously not the newest version. I actually don't like horror. I hate horror movies, but I really enjoy this franchise. I'm not sure why. I just really like it. So yeah, I really like this. Me and my friend, we actually watched this recently, but I don't mind rewatching it again and again and again. There is a new one very soon coming out, actually in the next couple of days, I think. The Craft, which is a classic. I haven't seen this in so long. I think I just get terrified about watching it again. You know, Robin Tooney, I think that's her name. She terrifies me a little bit. This one, she's terrifying. I mean, she's great, obviously, but she's terrifying. Casper, absolute classic. Why not? The Nightmare Before Christmas. I watched this literally a couple months ago, but I can watch it again. You've got Mail, another Meg Ryan, but Tom Hanks also. I just love him. I love this duo. Sleepless in Seattle is another favourite of mine. Perfect for watching this time of year. I just don't own it on DVD. I really need to sort that out. But I love these two. They are a great duo. It's like the duo between Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, Pretty Woman, and also The Runaway Bride. I just love these two. I love seeing them in movies. So yeah, Julia Roberts is just top notch. Erin Brockovich is one of my favourite movies of all time. Would highly recommend. Anywho, you came here for some autumnal recommendations. You didn't come here for these at all. I'm just telling you, you didn't ask for them. Knives Out is a great one. I feel like it's such a good autumnal one. Murder mystery, etc. I just love this movie. It's so good. Also huge Chris Evans fan, so why the hell would I not be obsessed with this? But Daniel Craig as well, so yes, good job. And then Hocus Pocus. I watched this one last year and I wasn't overly enthralled by it, but I'm hoping that by watching it again this year I might be. I used to watch it as a kid, loved it, but as an adult I've not been that bothered, and it really makes me sad. Similar thing happened with this. I watched it one year, didn't particularly like it, then watched it the following year, really got it, it clicked, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I love it. So yeah, I think tonight I'm actually going to watch, I'm kind of in the mood for Casper, I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to watch this for a couple of days now, actually for a couple of weeks. So I think I'm gonna watch Casper. I was gonna watch this the other night and then decided to put When Harry Met Sally on instead. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch this. But if you ever want me to do like movie recommendations and stuff in the future, let me know. I would say I think I have around 350, 400 movies. I collect DVDs. You're literally sat on my DVD shelf. So yeah, if you ever would like me to do like movie recommendations for certain things or whatever, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be down for that. I don't do the movie things because I just don't know if people will be interested in them, and I don't want to bore a bunch of you that come here for the book recs. But if you like your movies as well, let me know, because I freaking love my movies. My first love was movies. Sorry, books, but it's true. My first love has always been and will always be movies. I love them. I get it from my dad. We are huge movie buffs. We've got unlimited cards for the cinema, and we used to go, before the pandemic, we used to go every single week to the cinema. We're getting back into it actually. Next week we are going to go and watch Bond, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm hyped. So let me know in the comments down below if you ever want me to do this kind of thing again, or make an actual video with some recommendations for you, or you want to see my collection, let me know. And yeah, this will be the end of this video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I know it's probably going to be a long one and very messy, my apologies for that, but I hope that you have enjoyed nonetheless. Chat to me in the comments down below, but if you don't want to chat to me but you want to let me know that you were here, leave me a star emoji. Leave me a star emoji in the comments down below, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.